It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a dope fiend. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, step two. Well, ficker. Listen, this is completely sporadic. All right, oh, what's up, Miss Marianne? Yay! I didn't do any kind of announcement or nothing. I was just like, what's going on, Jay Gray in the house? Yeah. I wasn't planning on doing really. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I really don't. Today has just been one of those days. It's just been crazy. I miss you too. I didn't mean to ghost y'all. Ooh, I just was like, just there's a lot of things, in life, just kind of comes at you, and it's just like, hey, that's what life was doing to me this week. Just craziness. I mean, good stuff. Yeah. Some things to address with myself personally. So basically what ended up happening was, let's see, where do I start? And it's not mom's fault, so I'm not going to put mom under the bus. But, I've been kind of looking at myself and being like, damn, I done gained a little bit more weight than I really wanted to. It's time to make some changes. So I've been making some changes, said some kind of post about this awesome broccoli salad that I made. So been dealing with that. Actually, Lorena and I both are kind of making some healthier changes and actually taking it seriously. What's up, Teresa? Oh my gosh. My old neighbor, my first neighbor. Oh my gosh. Miss you, girl. And so anyway, I've been making these health changes, kind of without going crazy. I mean, but it's been good. Everything's been great with that. And that was a little bit of a shift as far as that goes. Feeling a little sluggish. Had to go in for a 3-month checkup with my doctor, and this is following the whole triple threat that I got back in November with high blood pressure, lymphedema, and my Hashimoto's disease, which is a autoimmune thyroid issue. And so went back for my 3-month checkup, and they did the blood work, and my thyroid's still acting a fool. So we're gonna have to discuss further steps with that. And we don't have anything else as far as health-wise going on. So that is, I'm just staying the course, making the changes. So this week has been a crazy, just let's get this shit going week. It's time to get on the fucking horn or the horse and just ride the hell out. Excuse my language. I'm so foul tonight. I'm so sorry. So ghetto. I didn't mean to be so ghetto. Maggie, Becca, Lisa, if y'all are just joining, I just went all ghetto. I was being like, F this and oh my God, what the hell and fuck this and fucking shit, because that's what my life's been this week. So, and to top it all off, today is the 7-year anniversary of my dad passing. And so I think maybe that's kind of what's kind of put me in a whole other realm, as just reliving and remembering and all of that. And it's crazy when you think about it. It's been 7 years, but it's still, wow. I think about just different parts of that day. And to share with you, the week that my dad passed, I was living in Richmond at the time, and I was dancing for a dance company, RVA Dance Collective. Plus, I was stupid. I was crazy. I had 2 teaching jobs. I was teaching Zumba 10 times a week. I was performing with RVA Dance Collective, so the dance company, and then I also had 2 bartending jobs. So I was all over the place, all kinds of crazy. And so the week that my dad passed, was the end of season concert for our company. And he passed on a Tuesday. And I then had to figure out what to do in between because I just didn't know. So I was like, do I perform? Do I not perform? Well, I was like, well, I got to perform because he would want me to perform. So I have to do at least that. I owe it to him. I owe it to just all of it. And so that was a crazy week. I ended up, we Kind of got things finalized on Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday was dress rehearsal for the show, and then on Saturday I ended up. Hi, baby. My baby just walked in. Oh, so good. Yeah, and so Friday was the dress rehearsal for the show, and then Saturday was the funeral. So I went and performed at the funeral, or went to the funeral, and then performed later that night for the end of season concert. What a whirlwind of emotions. So just replaying all of that in my head, it's like, it's a crazy week. But I'm here, and all is well, and I can't complain. I went shopping, and I bought a lot of liquor today, so I'm very excited about that. Stimulated. No, I'm just kidding. I already spent that. So, so yeah, anyway, I'm back. I missed y'all all week. I felt so guilty. I felt like I was cheating on y'all. It was so funny to just be like, wow, I'm not going live now and not the next day or the next day. Like, when am I going to feel back to normal? So, I am excited. Tonight, don't even know what the hell I'm going to do. Like I said, just here, just checking in, seeing what y'all are up to. So, forget about me. What y'all been up to? I've just been doing what I just said I was doing. So, been just a cool week of just reflection and, coming to some realizations and also thinking about where the future is going. So what y'all been up to? What do y'all, most importantly, here we are, sipping and cocktailing, right? I have been doing a lot of stuff on the side with sipping, and today I actually went to the Virginia ABC store, and I felt like paparazzi going up in there like, hey, this dude needed help with this dude needed help with that. I was like, just call me the spirit whisperer. What do you need? What do you want? What do you need to know? So I was actually helping a lot of guests while they were in the ABC store and all of that great stuff. How was your day at work, babe? Good. You had a hangover this morning, Mark? Oh, that's too bad. Amateur. No, I'm just kidding. Glass of wine sounds delicious, Karen. I actually have wine over there. I ended up going and buying a little bit of everything. Like I said, I've been trying to restock things and want to give you all some intel as well. I bought a couple of bottles of wine. I bought some port because I was going to do something really nice with a Manhattan. Let's do that. All right, that's what I'm going to do because that's what I'm feeling. So I'm going to make it a quickie tonight, and then next week we'll start in on some hot stuff. So, what's up, Dana Dane? I heard that you needed some help with a cocktail that's not hitting that you made. About to grab a beer and sit on my donkey. Jay Gray. I am not going to say nothing. I'm going to let that ride right off to the sunset over there. Because it's almost nighttime. So if you need to sit on your donkey, you go ahead and do your thing. All right? Ain't nobody mad at you. You just go on, sit on the donkey. Get your donkey on. I like mommy juice. Please send me a fruity drink recipe, Miss Risa. You remember? Yes, I do. I remember making cocktails for you when I first moved here to West Virginia. That's crazy. So yes, I have been working on a lot of stuff, doing a lot of research for you all, and I actually found quite a few different websites that have online delivery, so you can just order through online. I'm just trying to get their best prices see what's out there and what is accessible to you all. But the goal is to really get you started with a home bar, and I'm curating a list of the best and the worst of alcohols to have. As far as that goes, with your basics, with your vodka, your gin, your rum, all that great stuff. Jay, you stupid. He said, we are genetically gifted with big asses. Oh my goodness, that brought back what my nickname was in high school. I can't believe how deep this is going. This is going real deep. So my nickname in high school was Big Butt Bertha. Ooh, because I had that ghetto booty. The one that shake and jiggle as you walk. Big Butt Bertha. Now it's a little bit more firm, because I work out and do my squats. So, But yeah, that was my nickname in high school, Big Butt Bertha. Not everyone got to call me that, but a lot of people did. So, Faith, stop playing with me. You do not need a home bar. You already got one. Stop playing. I need your home bar. So anyway, some things that are coming up. I am getting together the whole idea of getting for us to make cocktails together. So for us to do a mixology class, that'll be really awesome. And I have been in touch. This is exciting, with Smooth Ambler. So Smooth Ambler is that distillery I was talking about that's right down the road from me, about 10, 15 minutes or so, here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. I talked to the owners and co-owner, the Johns, John Little and John Foster, and they gifted me a couple of bottles in order to show you all, and I'll talk a little bit about that next week. And I got some really good stuff from them. So, and I went out and bought some stuff too, just because I wanted to complete the line. So like I said, I've been doing a lot of shopping. I'm pretty excited about it. What's up, Tara? Hey, I see my boo just checked in. Loren's on here. Loren's on here stalking me. I like a good stalker though, so And plus now he can stalk me all he want. I love it. So yes, what are we gonna make tonight? All right, maybe I'll let y'all decide. I'm gonna go over here. Now listen, don't judge my cabinet, because what I've been trying to do is redo it. And so, I've been trying to shift some things around, and I want to get as much out of my cabinet, as I can. I don't have the best lighting right here, so just bear with me. So yes. I wanted to just go down to just cordials being on top. So all of my cordials right now, and it's a hot mess. I just did this right before I came on with you all. So all my cordials are up there. I'm going to find a better house for them. But basically in here, I've got some things that are really good go-to. So I got my gins over there. Beefeater is, by the way, a really good gin just to have in your bar. Nice standard. There's some other ones we'll talk about. I went around to the liquor store today and just snapped pictures everywhere. I was like, is it okay that I just snap pictures of all of your bottles? And he was like, sure, go right ahead. But the crazy part, in Virginia, now you have to bag all your stuff. So they don't touch anything except for cash in Virginia. So Bacardi's a good light rum to have in your cabinet for sure. Always good to have on your shelf. If I were to build my home bar, I definitely want to have Bacardi. The regular, the light is good. Works with many different things. And you'll see back there hiding Malibu. Malibu is a really good coconut rum to have in your coffers. So between the two, you can play all kinds of great tropical things. So Teresa, as you were talking about, like a nice fruity drink, you can just really roll some Malibu with some cranberry and pineapple and call it a day. You got almost a nice little rum punch-ish. A quickie rum punch. And so, yeah, this is my cabinet right now. I'm working on it. It's going to look better once y'all see me next week, because that's probably what I'll use the weekend for. Yeah, Screwball is fabulous. It is sweet as fuck. It is so sweet. Yes, you did see Cafe Patron, so I'll go back to that, Jay, since he's calling out my collection here. This is deliciousness in your mouth. Right here. Yum, yum. Give me some. Patron XO Cafe is basically a coffee tequila. And it doesn't sound as bad as you might think it sounds, because it sounds like a weird combination. But seriously, coffee and tequila together. So good. But it doesn't even taste like tequila. It really just tastes like a really strong, rich, sweet, not overly sweet, like a coffee with character. It's really nice. And honestly, all you would have to do, you can just drink it on the rocks, or you can drink it with a little bit of milk, honestly, and it is divine. Okay, so that's something else that you can have. But I'm working on a really nice list for you all, so you all have a shopping list, and then we'll do something really specific next week as for a specific cocktail that we'll all make together. I might invent something that we'll make together, or we might stick to something that's standard, so that way you kind of know what you're making in general. Ooh, but I said I was going to make myself a Manhattan, didn't I? So that's what I'm going to pull out the ingredients for. I'm going to pick and choose my bourbons as I go. I'm not going to use any of my Smooth Ambler goodies because I'm not going to unveil those until next week. But I'm really excited because I ended up with, I think, 5 bottles of Smooth Ambler awesomeness. So that was really awesome. How about a gin drink with some bells and whistles? Is that what you want, honey? I think he's putting in his drink request. I love it. It's almost like, just pull up to the window. What can I get for you? Would you like a gin drink? Okay, with bells and whistles. Okay. That will be $21.99. Please pull up to the window. Oh, I love them. I forgot my bitters, so I'm gonna come over here and get some bitters. So let's talk real quick on the Manhattan. I know there are not a lot of bourbon drinkers out there, but we're going to talk about it anyway because Manhattans are freaking delicious. And that would be a nice, easy peasy thing to do. So you're talking about any of your classic cocktails. Your Manhattan is totally up there as one of them. The old fashioned is probably going to be, what do you know about a Blanton Manhattan, Loren? Lolo? Blanton is the bourbon. Manhattan is the name of the drink, babe. I know you can hear me too. Stop playing on this phone, Loren. Loren, see how he be stalking me, y'all? He be on me. My Lord, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. All right, so I did not mean to use the Lord's name in vain. My bad. So let's see here. I am going to go standard and use a standard martini glass for this. If I was going to be doing my home pours, I'd just be, throwing it in a solo cup, pretending like I'm outside, like at the bonfire. I mean, if I was at the bonfire, that's what I would do. So while I'm thinking about it, since that is a drink of choice and what we're going to do tonight, we had a project going last week, right? What's up, Adam? Hellfire. Oh, Hellfire. Hellfire's in the house. Adam's my old roommate from college. Oh, we had some good times in that house. It was an awesome house. Well, the house wasn't awesome, but the people were. The house is decent. The house is pretty cool. So, like I was saying, we had a project going on last week, and we were talking about infusions, right? What's up, Tracy? I see you up over here. We had a lot, we talked about infusions, and I was talking about making limoncello. Next week, you'll get to see me bottle, actually, something that I've had brewing for about 2 years. It is going to be a liqueur, and I'll tell you what's in it next week. So, like I said, there's a lot of things to look forward to next week, as far as moving this whole thing forward. Don't mind me as I look for some of my bar tools. See how unorganized I am? I should be more organized for you. Y'all deserve better. I got my spoon now. I got my legit spoon. See, babe? I'm not going to use my pinky or a knife or any of those things. I'm using actual barware. I'm so proud of myself. All right, so hold on. Let me get my other stuff. Oh, I've been wanting to bust these out. All right. And now I am ready. All right. What's up, people? I'm back. So we had a project going on last week, and we were talking about infusions, limoncellos, all that great stuff, right? And I'm going to start a new batch of limoncello next week, so I'm going to run you through the process so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, and we'll talk about other home infusions. But last week, I had something that I'm not supposed to have, but I got on the market, yes, under the market, called some moonshine. Got that moonshine, and I said, anytime you're doing any kind of infusion, normally the easiest thing, you can do a few different things, actually. You can use vodka, just a regular 80 proof is fine. You can use 100 proof vodka, which is better because it actually extracts the oils a little bit faster. or you can just go straight for the guttural and use Everclear, because honestly, that's the closest to what most Italians would use for their limoncello. Now, your Everclear is going to come in at 154 proof, so the way you bring that proof down is when you add your simple syrup to it in order to go through the second process of it. But we'll talk about that next week. But I had some shine. I still haven't tested to see what the proof is on it, so I'm going to do that over the weekend, and we can see what's kicking with shine. But infusion-wise, I think we ended up making some kind of blackberry mint, like champagne cocktail or something like that. And so I had blackberries out, and I showed you some ginger, right? And I had a lemon. So I said, we're going to throw all this into the pot, and we're going to cover it up with some blueberries and or with some moonshine and see where it's at. So, and you remember, it was clear. So this is where we are now. So that's been sitting now for about a week or so. I think we're about a week, maybe a week plus. All those little flakies in there, that's the lemon zest. So that's in there rolling around. And as you can see, it's already got a different tint on it. So that tint in color is going to be the blackberries. And you can see some of those blackberries. I'm going to get you all up in it. Some of those blackberries are losing their color because that moonshine is actually taking out what we need in it. So that's pretty cool. And then the ginger is going to pretty much stay about the same. It's not going to really change color or anything, but it's going to impart all kinds of flavors. So that's where our project is. We got the lemon, the ginger, and the blackberry. That should be pretty nice. It's possible I might add a couple more blackberries in here, but I'm going to wait until next week when we're all together again, and we're going to do it together, because this is our infusion. Our infusion of alcohol. So, put that aside. Now, let's talk Manhattan. Manhattan is the easiest classic cocktail to make, but just like a gin martini, it can be the easiest to mess up because people are crazy. No, but real talk, people are crazy. I don't understand how you can truly mess up something so simple. Gin martini, how can you mess that up? Well, if you're just talking the martini by itself, then you should just stir the spirit. Because really all you want to do is give it a nice chill. But if you're buying it, you can have it however the hell you want it, okay? So if you want me to shake the hell out of it so you see all the crystal flakes on the top of it from the ice, I'm going to do it for you. But I ain't going to shake it too hard because I don't want to dilute it so that way you're losing your gin profile. So that's the whole idea of enjoying a true martini. You start talking about olive juice and making it filthy dirty, we got other things working with the martini. Manhattan-wise, we're stepping into the bourbon side of things. And it's easy. It's 2 parts bourbon or whiskey, 1 part sweet vermouth, and a dash of bitters if you want. That's kind of optional, but for the most part, yes, that's how we roll with a Manhattan. You do not have to necessarily put bitters in a Manhattan. Like I said, it's more of an optional thing. Most people who are old school and are very particular about their Manhattans are not about the bitters life, okay? Loren, you are nasty talking about he loves it filthy dirty. Don't pay him no mind. He ain't even on cam. Get on camera, boy. Why say? Don't make no sense. I can't get no good help around. I can't get no good help around here. Don't make no sense. And he looked cute too. He just got in from work. Yeah. Anyway, I was talking about a Manhattan 2-2-1. So 2 parts bourbon, 1 part of sweet vermouth. Okay, that's your classic recipe. You stir it up with some ice, throw it into a beautiful martini glass like so. Throw a cherry in the bottom of that. Your cherry can be any kind of cherry you want. And most people, if you're out and about, probably going to use mararachinos, not unless you're in a high-end restaurant or even like close to high-end restaurant, and they may have delved over into at least a brandied cherry or Luxardo cherries. Any of those things. So, but any cherry will do, or no cherry at all. And I mean, hell, it's your martini, so you drink it however you want. So, like I said, I'm gonna be legit about this. I'm gonna go ahead and pull over my fancy jigger. So this is jigger what? Jigger what? Jigger what? Jigger what? I need to get some people to sponsor me. I need some sponsors, some product sponsors, so that way I can get some cool products and gadgets to like promo for y'all. Jigga what? Ooh, even has a nice tone. Jigga who? Hey, jigga what? Jigga who? Hey, okay, I'm done. So this is actually 2-to-1 perfectly right here. 2 ounces on the bigger side, 1 ounce right here. What is the profile of a Manhattan? You got a whiskey, right? And then I've got sweet vermouth is a fortified wine, essentially. So essentially, you're kind of putting a wine in your Manhattan. That's kind of what that is. I have in my cabinet, because I just bought it a minute ago, Martini Rossi. It is going to be the standard from most bars. You can, of course, go something a little bit more upscale if you wanted to, but the Martini works just fine. I've had this for a minute, and legit, actually, I should keep this in the fridge. It'll keep a little bit longer. But I just don't drink a lot of Manhattan, so I'm going through this phase of trying to do drinks that I don't normally drink and do that. So if I have a fortified wine, do I have to use sweet vermouth? I don't. And I'm not. I will not use the sweet vermouth. I was wondering where my weird accent would come out. I don't know what it is. I will not use the sweet vermouth in this Manhattan. Instead, y'all know how much I love a port. I love me some port wine. Instead of using sweet vermouth, I will use a port wine. One of my favorites. The Smithwood House. Deliciousness. So, that's what I'm going to do with this Manhattan. And I'm going to still treat it kind of about the same. I'm going to play around with bitters because I love bitters personally in my Manhattan. So, here we go. I'm going to go half and half on my 1 ratio. So, the 2 ounces of whiskey is easy, right? But first, because I'm this guy, I like to add my ice first. So I got my ice in the glass. My whiskey tonight that I'm going to use, because he said something about a Blanton's Manhattan, and let me tell you how hard it is to get Blanton's, all right? Thank you, Mark, if you're still listening. Mark is the shiznizzle, because he gifted me a bottle of Blanton's. I couldn't find it, can't find it anywhere. Oh, my goodness. So I now have Blanton's, and I knew what would happen. I was like, as soon as I pop that cork and I get them reins off around the outside and I take the topper off, it's going to be off to the races. Off to the races. Here we go. And it was. I didn't finish it. It's still got like about half a bottle in there. So I went around to other spirits like Fernet Branca and started sipping on that instead. So I'm trying to I need to hide that bottle actually, so that way I don't drink it. But that's why I went out and got some more. So that's good. Bourbon is delicious. So 2 ounces. I'm gonna go 2 ounces over here. Bloop. That's 2 ounces of my whiskey of choice. This is actually a really good bargain on whiskey, and it's delicious. It's a delicious dram. Four Roses, they have quite a few out there. They have a single barrel. They have the Four Roses regular bourbon. They have a couple of others, but this small batch is the Shiznittlebam Snip Snap Snapper. It is about $35, and it is so good. So that's what I'm using tonight for my Manhattan. And like I said, I'm going to go half and half on my fortified wine. So I'm going to go about half here on my sweet vermouth. And I love me a port. Y'all know I love a port, honey. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this port up in here. We'll get that in here. So I got everything I need in here so far. Bitters game, you can go anywhere you want. I have a few that this is what you're going to find in the grocery store, Angostura, of course. But we have this awesome one also that Smooth Ambler sells, and I think they're sourced out of Georgia. But I like the profile. It's called a Prohibition Aromatic Bitters. And so it's going to play really well with this aromatic, because most of your bitters are going to have different flavor profiles, like the one I like to use, which is called Fee Brothers Bitters. That one's going to have that cinnamon clove note. I don't really necessarily want that with this. I want something aromatic. So here we go. I'm going to go with a couple of dashes of bitters here. That's with the Angostura. And then we're going to drop a couple more in here. Oh, that needs to be shook up. Hold on. Yikes. Maybe that's how it looked. I don't know. It just looked a little crazy. All right, no, we're good now. It was good. It was fine. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple in here. 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and do 3. 3 bitters. So, and honestly, 2 to 3 suffices. I'm bitter. I'm a bitter guy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bitter it up. So I got everything in here. All I got to do now is get my stir on. And you can stir many different ways. Personally, I like this type of stir. Money. I like this kind of stir right here. Because all you have to do is you have your cocktail spoon. And all you have to do, bar spoon rather. And just get those ingredients incorporated really nicely. Now remember, we're dealing with delicate ingredients, so if you ever shake a Manhattan, I'm going to shake you, all right? That's not the way it's supposed to roll, y'all. Don't you ever dare, ever shake a Manhattan. I'll look at you crazy, like this. So anyway, I put my hand on the side of the glass, and once the hand feels like it's not going to come off, like it's frosted to the glass, you're good as far as getting that go. You just want to get those ingredients nice and cold. And I'm going to get my julep strainer. Ha-ha! I can still see you. So I'm going to get my julep strainer. But first, I'm going to dress my glass. You know how I tell y'all, we need to make sure we dress the glass. And I saw these cherries, so I'm going to check them out. In the cherry aisle. I saw these cherries; they're amazing in the cherry aisle. But dark sweet, and that's what got me because I'm dark and sweet. So I was like, winner, chicken dinner, dark sweet, don't we match? Hey, so dark sweet cherries. We gonna check these out, y'all. I've never tried them before, but they look like they would be the business. So we gonna rock that up in there. And if they're not the business, they kind of look a little weird and slimy. Okay, I'm going to hate it. I got a little bit in there. I don't hate it. But I'm going to use a maraschino. Give me a second. You know how something like, you really hope that something's going to be like standing the test of time and it just don't. That's what that was. It was just too gooey for me. See, now that is a legit cherry. I don't really necessarily love using maraschino, but we going to pretend like we doing some business. So, there's my maraschino. This is all done. All I have to do is pour that deliciousness on in there. Bam! And you have a delicious Manhattan. Just like that. So, Manhattan, 2-to-1, 2 parts whiskey. What is it with me spitting stuff? Let me clean my teeth first before I start talking. Did y'all see that? It's there. Is it still there? It's right there. I be spitting stuff. Spitting mad lyrics. What is wrong with me? I'm so sorry. Okay. So, I'm trifling. I'm so trifling. Anyway, I love y'all. This is a Manhattan. Manhattan, 2 parts whiskey, 1 part Sweet vermouth, and you can up your game by using a little bit of port if you want. But sweet vermouth, a little bit of bitters. Stir that bad boy in the glass, and you better throw a cherry in the bottom and sip it and enjoy. That's the business right there. That is the business. So, any questions, concerns, issues, tissues, any of those things? What's up? What's up, Wanda? I see you. I'm just over here drinking. Hey, Jennifer. Oh, well, while we are drinking, having a cocktail, if you do have a glass, raise your glass up. This one right here, this is for you, Dad. I love you. Love you. Say hi to Aunt Betty for me up there. So, to Dad, to my dad. And here's to you all. Thank you all for being there for me, sending me all kinds of encouragement and just well wishes and just good energy. Really appreciate y'all for that. I really do. You just take it one day at a time, right? Life's crazy. You never know what you're going to get dealt, but that's all you can do is just take it one day at a time and keep it moving. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it moving all day long. So, anyway, I know that I'm very grateful and I'm very blessed to have the people in my life that I do have. And I could never ask for anything better than that. So, anyway, without getting too sappy before I start crying, cheers. Now, on deck for next week. And I might pop up this weekend because, honestly, I'm trying to get this cabinet right. Y'all saw my cabinet. It's a mess. It's a wreck. Okay, a wreck with a capital K on the end. All right, it's beat. So what I wanted to do is bust out some of my really beautiful glassware so I can really look like a professional bartender. So yeah, I might hit y'all up this weekend. We might talk about some stuff, but next week definitely on deck, mixology class. So we're going to do that. We're going to talk some more cocktails. Y'all better be sending them questions. And I got some questions already, but I didn't get a chance to write them all down and start answering some of them in the beginning while we were hanging out and having our drinks and cocktails together. So, as I say, anytime I say cocktail, you got to drink cocktail. Anytime cocktail. Ooh, that's the business. That is the business. You know, it's crazy. I never went over to the Manhattan world, but I actually like it. And honestly, instead of using the port wine, you could use anything you want. Like a Madeira would be awesome in there. Child, just go get your life and make yourself a Manhattan because it's totally worth your time. So anyway, any questions? What are y'all doing? What's popping? What did I make tonight? Tonight, Lorraine had to work on location. I feel like he's shooting a movie. Lorraine was on location shooting a movie. He was out remote, and then I was like, well, let me go ahead and throw something together. So I always like to have a snacky in the fridge. So I threw some. Now he gonna know what's up in there. He gonna be rummaging.com. Chicken salad. So I made some chicken salad, but I make my chicken salad now with yogurt. And especially, I've been doing that for a minute. So chicken salad with yogurt and throw some all kinds of hunks of celery up in it and onion and season the hell out of it. You know, good time. I'm gonna hit you up with that, Alex, because there's a few out there as far as a good drinking Madeira. I'm gonna message you, Alex, on that one because that's a loaded question. Damn, this shit is really good because I forgot what I was saying. Oh, what I was making. So, what I made was, I made a creamed kale with chicken thighs, baked chicken thighs. And I made some black rice to go with it. So, yeah. What do you say? Sean, what are you saying? You say, if you do a mixology class, could you hit us up with an ingredient list so we can make it with you? Sean, you about, listen, like Fergie said when she was with the black eyed peas, was it? She said, I'm so 2008, you so 2000 late, okay? I already said that, son. Yes, we are going to do that next week. That is popping. So I'm hoping to do that at some point over the weekend to get you a list so that way we can like kind of have the same ingredients. So yes, that's where we're going, brother. I got you. How do I feel about mead? I don't hate it. I like everything that has alcohol in it. So mead is one of those things that is I haven't drank a lot of it, but I've had my share of cider. And we do actually have Hawk Knob around here that does cider, and they definitely have different levels of mead there as well. So it's not something I've delved or worked a lot with, but yeah, mead is delicious. I was a huge Angry Orchard fan for a long time. Speaking of cider, it's just was easy to drink, and if I was having a shot on the side, just have a little Angry Orchard with a shot and call it a day. But a lot of my beer drinking is more refined towards IPAs and double IPAs. I like super hoppy stuff and all that good stuff. So, all right, I'll be looking forward to your PM, Teresa. I like that you're bringing back Bet, Sean. He said Bet, like he old school. My goodness. Yeah, so that's what's up. So just a recap, just in case y'all missed it. What we're going to do next week, Sean, is I'm going to be talking about Smooth and Blue Distillery, which I'm super stoked. Super stoked to talk about them. They are doing such wonderful things, even during the shutdown when everybody shut down and nobody had anything else to, do except for just stay at home. They reopened their distillery in order to make hand sanitizer for all of the frontline workers. I mean, what? I mean, how awesome is that? So, plus their line of whiskeys has grown over the time and is just to die for. It is just amazing what they've done with their process there. So I'm really excited to talk about them. So that's on tap. We'll talk about a few other things as far as different things you can do at home with your infusions so y'all can start making your own stuff for summertime, especially limoncello in the summertime. Don't that sound good? God forbid we still under this damn thing, which I don't know. I mean, we'll see. But I mean, you can have something sitting on your shelf and have it ready in probably about a month, if not maybe 2 weeks if I fast track you through it. So, so we're going to talk about that, infusions again. And then we're going to also do the whole mixology deal where I'm going to provide you with a list of ingredients for you to have on your home bar, but we'll have one that will specifically make next week. What I want to do is kind of do that as a builder. So maybe we'll get you like a list every week since we're only supposed to go out for essential shopping, so to speak. So maybe I'll get you a weekly list, and by that way you're able to curate your bar and buy these things so you already have them on your bar. So that's where we're going. That's hence, welcome to my brain of how I want this all to go down, because I want to give you all the tools that I possibly can in order to make your experience just freaking awesome. So, yes, IPAs, Bob Boyle. Michelle Perry is not in the house. Michelle Perry is not watching me right now. Michelle Perry is not doing that. Katie came to the Greenbrier to visit me. Aww. It's crazy to think about Katie back in her our JMU days, and being down in the basement of the music building. Her on oboe and me clarinet. Like we had our, those days were like practicing 3 hours a day. Miss you, Katie. Oh, Michelle, girl. Michelle is, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. Classic Michelle, thank you for joining at the right time. I got started in the industry because of Michelle Perry, actually, 20 plus years ago now. And how did that happen? So I was in the summertime at JMU, and I was looking for a job. We were randomly out at, what was it, Austin's Bar? Austin's Bar. People were doing karaoke. There's a dance party there, all this craziness. I knew her through association of other friends, or somehow I got introduced to her. I'm not exactly sure how that bridge happened, but anyway, she comes up to me. We're both like, we had been playing pool or dancing or something, and she was just like, "You're looking for a job?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess." She was like, "Well, you should think about serving, like, in a restaurant." And I was like, "I don't know about that." She was like, "You'd be perfect. Come by Ruby Tuesdays tomorrow or next week, and I'll set you up." And I was like, "All right." Hence started my journey into the hospitality industry 20 plus years ago. All because of my girl, Michelle Perry. Give a shout out to Michelle Perry. Yes, Jason Morehouse and Duddy. Oh my God. You really bringing it back old school. Oh, it's crazy. I met so many people during my journey. Y'all are the real MVPs for real. So I love you all so much. So much. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm feeling a little tipsy. No, I'm just kidding. No, Michelle said my heart is so happy right now. Girl, I can't even. It's almost as good as seeing you in person, but nothing can compare. I'm probably gonna hug everybody I see. I'm gonna hug everybody for about a good 10, 15 minutes. So y'all just be prepared right now. So when I see you, I don't know what 6 feet means. All right. I'm gonna pretend like everything's over. And if you put your hand out like this, then I'll be like, all right, that's cool. I understand. But for the most part, I'm going to give you a hug. Damn. I miss hugging people. It's hard out here for the huggers. I mean, what we supposed to do? You go to like hug somebody, you be like, "Hey, what's up?" Just kidding. Put my mask on. It's crazy. But yes, I will go ahead and retire now because it is time to eat and my honey is home. And 6 feet. Stop playing, Michelle. She said 6 feet of what? 6 feet of what? 6 feet of what? Don't get me started, Michelle. We ain't hanging out like that yet. Ooh, it's going to be dirty. It's going to be nasty. I love her. That's my girl. All y'all are my girls, except for the dudes. Then y'all are my dudes. My girls are my girls, and my dudes are my dudes. Bring in alcohol, and we will sanitize our insides. I think that's how I've gotten through all of this. I've just been sanitizing my insides. I've been drinking bourbon, and I've been going through and doing research for you all so you can all have information, but I have to drink in order to do that and see what's going on, and that helps both of us. And that's how I've gotten through this thing. So, you're welcome. Anyway, time to eat. Love you all so much. I might see you, like I said, this weekend. If not, I'll be back on my regular schedule next week, starting probably on Tuesday. Or I might just pop up like I did tonight, because that's kind of fun and unsuspecting. So, we'll see. Until then, be well. Be good. Oh my gosh, Michelle, stop it. She just had a hashtag that I'm so going to use. Michelle, I'm stealing your hashtag, but I'll give you credit. Hashtag sanitize your insides. What? I'm putting that on a business card. And on that note, be good, be well. I love you all. Have a great weekend, and I might pop in on you, see what y'all are doing, okay? So, be good. I'll see you next time, all right? Peace.